different era, like whether the particular dates will change or not. They had a 2K problem. And then 2008, there was a recession wherein like most of the people from US were sent back. But exactly at that time, 2006, we entered, maybe 7,500 salary is what I started my career. But then it has multiplied into 10 or 12. So that's good. So the reason I'm sharing my personal experiences, I feel that whenever we are talking to people, it's not that I'm trying to provide you new things, but like refreshing and then sharing my experience. If you say you want to touch the fire and see it is like hot or anything, rather than experiencing it, you can share the other experience and take it so that you were very cautious on doing things. So what I would encourage is like the next thing, like hobbies I told, right? So yoga, in that I have done like certification of instructor. So which means I am taking sessions. So here I urge everyone in the participants, like take your hobby and make that also as a not a career path, but at least something that you know. So for example, if you are a swimmer, today you know how to swim, try to go to the next level and say how to teach others. Here in morning swimming pool will be open 6 to 8, evening 6 to 8. That's the main time it is there. So if you are really capable of doing it, you can do a part-time job even, and then you can earn wherever you are, like Coimbatore or Chennai or Bangalore. They pay more than 20,000 per just for 4 hours, morning 2 hours and evening 2 hours. If you are a good dancing person, if you can teach dancing or yoga or any martial arts like karate or kung fu or silambam, all these things, it is like very easy. There is no GST attached. So I'm just not diverting from the subject, but as I said, 5 minutes intro and 5 minutes a story. So we'll cover the first part is done. So everyone have a hobby and try to earn out of it. And let's move to a small story. Everyone likes story, right? Before starting our vibe. So because I want to set the vibe nicely, vibe is a coining word today. What is the vibe you have? Good vibe, well-wisher vibe, all that. So let's start with a small story. So my favorite story, we can say. Um, Once there was a king, and this is the mango season. So it was like good mangoes are there. So king was in the castle and asked his ministers. He's called three ministers and asked, can I have good mangoes? And all the three ministers were given one sack, a big sack, like 30 kg sack. And all three took it and went by horse into the forest. When they reached the forest, they got down from the horse and then they found the tree, mango tree, and three people are in the three different regions, and they started filling the sack. So the first minister thought, Raja has lots of work. So why the king is going to ask me? I mean, who is going to check it? Let's keep some grass and everything in the bottom, and in the top alone, let's have good mangoes. And the second one thought, Raja has lots of work, he'll not see. Let's put all the ripe, the unripe. It was like the season was good, the fruit was more ripened and not ripened. Everything he mixed it together and then filled his sack and completed. The third one thought, King has asked it, so we have to give the best mangoes. So let's take the best mangoes, which is like little going to ripe today, tomorrow, day after, like that. Slowly, he took very caution on what he is filling his sack because for it is going to the king. And all that, and they came back in horses to the castle. And once they enter the castle, king ordered all three ministers to be put in three different jails. And then don't give water, don't give anything, let them have what they brought in. So you understood? So you brought a bag of 30 kg, whatever you carried, they put it in the jail and then they said to consume. Now what will happen? The first person who filled a half with grass and sand and everything will be in hunger because it may be 2 days or 3 days he has. After that, due to hunger, he dies. and the second person, at least the first person was able to go for 10 days. The second person who brought in good mangoes, ripened and very old mangoes, actually had it, consumed it, had some medical one, because it's like you get disease, right? So he got disease and then died in 2 3 days. The third person who brought it was able to survive for 30 days. So the moral of the story is that ministers are none other than you guys who are all listening to my session. So all the ministers, like when you say, when you want to, if your professor is asking for a submission of a project or mini project or some notes and also the record note, we say, okay, sir is not going to check it. Let's keep it in the last. My name is coming as Sivanesh. It is yes in the, so A, B, C, D, only sir will see it properly. So all that things we say and then keep it. But finally, if you see, you are the person who is going to go out after 4 years and then going to be in the, you are all alone for the next 30 years. Whatever you studied from here and collected from here will help you definitely outside. Hope everyone is happy with the story. Yeah. Okay, all good. I keep up the time. So it is like already 10 minutes I took. So moving into the session. So for question and answer, I have last 10 minutes allocated. So let's start with this vibe coding and vibe engineering in AI. Okay. So welcome back to the session. So let's start. How did we evolve this coding? Okay. Same thing. I started in 2006, my career in the July month. And if you see, at that time we had SDLC model, software development lifecycle. So there were used to be most of like 90% of the company, they used to maintain teams like development team as a separate people, 20 people will be there, for example, as a project, and testing people will be there like 20 people. And again, there will be a release team, which means they will only release the code, maintain the branches, all that things. And again, there will be a team called support team, wherein they take production support whenever all these codes are given. So to maintain everything, they have a version control. So how do? They have one main branch and they have one sub branch. So they'll name it 1.2. So from the main, they'll take one version and put 1.1, and then they will start to write all the code and check in with that. So let's take an example. I was been in the Adwell Technologies. It's an airline company. So what they do, the software is for airline cargo management. Whenever you go, you want to send like courier, right? Now we are sending a courier, but you want to send a cargo as a business, as a big thing. So you will have to book it like I have 50 kg of rice and 100 kg of sugar. All that things you need to put. You have to put the volume of it, weight and volume, because it can be cotton is like less weight but volume is more. If it is going to be gold or iron, the weight is less, I mean weight is more but the space is less. So all that they consider in cargo, both weight and volume. So with this they want to do a booking system. So when we say booking system, what is that? Usually one is a normal booking will be created, and what will be there, sometime there will be like 10 days before they'll say I want this weight and this volume, and they will book it at the price. Suddenly they'll think they may modify, because it's organization, right? It is not an individual person. So they'll say instead of 1 kg of I mean 1 sack of sugar, I'm going to send 2 sack of sugar. At that time they can do the modification of the same booking which has a PNR number, like what we have in our booking system is normal, right? IRCTC or anything, like you can take it. So the pages are creating, updating, and even deleting or canceling it. So this is what the flow we will have it, so that it is there. For this, the SDLC model they maintained is a team will be as a people developer, and another team will be a business consulting team. So the business consulting team will go to the people and ask what is that booking type. They'll get what is the requirement for 2 months. So first 2 months they'll have deck, they will share it, they'll sit with the people, they'll put a UI, UX design will be done. all that will be completed in 2 weeks. Then they will give that deck to the development team. They'll give a walkthrough. So that will be there itself. It will be like 20% gap from what they listened and what they have given. But again, that goes into the development. And that development team will take 6 months from that time. Okay. And that 6 months, what they will do is they'll do development. First 1 month, they'll set up the environment, all that things. Next 3 months to 4 months, there will be testing team that they do testing. Then they release it to the sit environment, wherein like that is the system user testing or user acceptance testing, UAT will be there or sit will be there. So that particular team will test on that, and they will come to the solution. Okay, this is good, you can send it. But there will be always a problem whenever they say some change, then again it goes to development team and testing team and comes. So this is 1.1 version that they will give it in production. Once it is in production, these developer testers will not involve, but there will be a support team which is 24 bar 7. Morning, there will be a shift, 12-hour shift, night 12-hour shift. Then they changed it into 3 shifts. So that will be maintained. This is like to give you what it was happening in 2006. And I was part of the support team. So whenever there is production is running, if it is down, then our thing is to restart the server. If there is logs are giving some issues, or heap memory is there, all these things, there are a lot of things that happens in the production. So it's a hot seat. So there I started my career. Then I moved into testing. It's like whenever they do, okay, they'll say I'm not, say for example, it's a just a icon change. So we are seeing a Japanese cargo as this particular thing, but we don't want this image, I want a different image. Even that takes directly, we have to raise a ticket in Jira, which is a bug tracking tool, and that goes to the development team. That development team will say we want 5 days to do that, and testing will say 2 days we wanted, and finally it comes back to sit, and then sit will take 2 days, and then the production it goes. So this is how a particular flow will happen in 2006. Then if you see, it was all in the in-house. In the when we say in-house, it is not in cloud. Okay. So next one we are going is cloud. Like 2010 to 15, they started the cloud. So only the production environment will be in the cloud. So we have to do all the coding. We will build it. All the release team will take care of putting it in the production. The reason I'm trying to say is you need to understand the evolution, how it has happened. Then the cloud, even it is like one of the people will have, then they like 2020 onwards, what happened? We environment itself, you start working in cloud. Dev environment will be in the cloud, testing will be in the cloud, and again also production. So they were increasing. So there is no concept of you in your system, there is nothing. Directly the code will be in the cloud plus your version control system. Okay, so this is how the coding has been. And we have different IDEs that you might have heard of, right? Solar one and all that things. So now in that one, what is vibe coding now? So because first what they used to do is they used to code all the lines with the syntax error and everything. But there is different languages for the UI, for the backend. So as I said, developer team also, they have a front end team and backend team. So front end team will work only in, and again I forgot another one team, there is a database team there. So apart from database team, there is like security engineers. They have like who will do like database, how to create, is it an Oracle or MySQL or whatever it is. They will do the development and testing, and then give it back, and finally it will come to the production. Now security team also will do scanning of the system, like whether there is any injective bugs. Like say for example, there is a text box, that's a easier one. Give me the code, you can try to type, or with the syntax, if you send through that injection one, you can try to take the code out. So that code was secured, they'll not share the code, there was a IP rights, all that things. Now that IP rights for coding is gone. Okay, so I have written this code, this is mine. They used to sell the code, but now again, you guys, I think right, everyone. Everyone has, okay, let me say socially how we are coming with. Okay, say for example, first we used to send resume to everyone for the company. But next, what happened is LinkedIn was staying now. Okay, LinkedIn is a long timer, I would say, at least 20 years now. They are there. I used to send the LinkedIn only for everyone. You should have a LinkedIn account. But more than that, last 5 years, what is happening is they don't even check your LinkedIn account, they check your GitHub account. So do you have a GitHub? In that GitHub, you have developed, say for example, you are connecting your modem. That particular modem, how to react it or how to, there is a code that can be written, how much easily you are writing the code. It's not like how light the software is or the particular code is. So if I'm going to interview, I'll share, can you share your GitHub ID? Then I can see that how much coding you have done and contributed to the public. So which means that one again, like YouTube channel, GitHub, you can see it, how many downloads are there. You start even getting money if you have, there are lots of downloads from your particular code that you have written. Okay. So these things are, I'm trying to, it's not like vibe coding. If you put it in Google, you get the answers. But when you, Sunday morning, you have got up and we have a session, what is that you are taking back to your home or your life? That's what matters. So first thing is that story. Second thing is like GitHub is main thing that I want to put it here. Whatever work you are doing today, you have done it, you have done a check-in in GitHub. That is the history that okay, on this Sunday he has done a GitHub coding and it has been made as a public and it has been these many downloads within your, say for example, you are a second year in the college, you started coding. Every week Sunday you sit and do a small coding for people. It can be like you can refer the net and put it, you do a small, I'll show you today in vibe coding, like you can even create a, small playing, what to say, with the Google Studio, AI Studio. You can, within words, you can put, I need a small game with a cat. Then, like a Mario, it creates on its own and it gives you. So you try to put that in the GitHub like coding and then change it to your format so that you are really you understand how it is created, how it is executed, all that things. Okay. So that adds value for your things because earlier in resume, if you put, I have presented 2 sessions for public, it is good. Now they'll ask like in not resume, they'll ask GitHub how many coding you have done and which year you have done it. You started in the first year, second year and things. So it's a personal thing. It's a personal choice. It is not that mandatory for everyone. But if you start doing, you try to utilize your time and then spend it worthy. Okay. So let's start with the what is vibe coding. Okay. Today's agenda is like vibe coding, developer workflow, vibe coding tools, best practice, risks and benefits, what is vibe engineering, principles of vibe engineering, and organization implication. Okay. Fine. So I'll give a minute pause to think what is vibe coding. Are you there with me? Because you are all virtual. So hopefully everyone come back. I know this is, I always say as a Zen proverb, they say everyone has a teacup. That teacup, when it is filled, it is full, you have to stop. More than that, if you pour, it will spill. Now, what I want is, I want all you to empty your cups and keep the cup empty now and start with the vibe coding. Okay. So, what is vibe coding? Let's see what is that. So vibe coding is the use of natural language to program via generative AI. So coding is done by expressing intent or a vibe rather than writing logical line by line. You just say run things and it mostly works. So this is Andrej Karpathy, who is in OpenAI, who has given the statement. So what you usually do, the developers, right? Earlier, they used to Google, okay, I have a issue. 500 error I'm getting. So it is internal server error or 4004. All this common one, what they do is they go and put it in the Google and check why this error is coming while coding. Okay. Sometimes most of the companies don't allow internet. If you see earlier, I was working in Accenture. At that time, there is like your desktop and you need to think and write it. There is no Google, there is no nothing. Only the internal intranet will be there, internet will not be there. So when it is now, if you say the same thing, there will be only intranet you need to develop. 99 people will not be able to work because they start doing in. So we need Copilot for everything. Okay, you know GitHub Copilot, right? Most of you must have used it. So it is like AI which is embedded. Even you do a PPT, you do a MS Teams, anything you have a Copilot. So that's like today trending. Everyone, it's like inevitable. It's like our Instagram, Facebook. Copilot is what when we think it auto corrects. Okay. So let's come back to the session. Vibe coding is nothing. I am a developer. I am like business consulting. I know some coding, but yeah, say for example, non-technical person want to create something, they can do it. They just want to express their self what they want. Say for example, let's go for an example, vibe coding. You describe the look or feel of cloth. So a simple analogy would be hiring your own personal shopper to buy clothes. So in simple words, what they are saying is you are going to the shop and getting a dress for you. What are you doing? You are going for a brand and then you're asking, okay, I need now, like shopper stop was in the previous one. Now the trending one is we have different things from Tata and everyone. So there you go and then get a particular shirt. I need a ready-made shirt. So that ready-made shirt may fit you, may not fit you because your XL size, your hands might be little tricky, or shirts might be little oozy. So for that, you want an exact one. How you will do? You first say that I want a shirt. Okay, shirt. In that, how you will mention it's a full hand shirt. In that full hand shirt, I want it to be two buttons in the corner and my collar should be this. So this is what we are describing. So, and the feel of the clock, you want everything like slowly you are giving your thing and then we can slowly tune it. Okay, take a measurement. I want to be in shoulders little loose, but I want it to be fit in my chest. So all these particular things when you do, right, that is called vibe coding. So what I'm trying to say is, so when you give this now in chat GPT, how you are asking, that is called prompting. So this vibe coding is equal to prompting. So you prompt it, how to prompt it? I need a website in this particular one. Say for example, it will consider, yeah, we can have this build a cozy landing page with soft gradient and gentle animations. So when you say this particular thing, it understands and it prepares for you. The Gen AI interrupts your prompt and generates the code. It will take care of UI, it will take care of your layout, animation, and also if it is like you want to put a database in the backside, that also it will be like what is the column you want to enter and everything. So only thing what we need to do is we have to again AI has done. We need to still review it, edit it, and deploy it. So you see all that things, and then you need to put it in production or whichever environment you want. You take it. So what is the main advantages? I no need to check the syntax error. I no need to develop and check whether I have put the code in the discipline. So when we do a code review, right? We ask it like syntax is there. It has to be in the right side, left side, formatting. Even the IDE tool will format you nicely so that how many open braces are there, how many closed braces. One is not there, the thing will fail. Okay. So let's see the developer flow. So it is only intent or vibe. So you give it, then it goes to the Gen AI for interpretation. So it will say, okay, I'll take, it will choose its own best UI and this one. So it might not be the best for us, but it might be best from its side, this generative AI. So we have to check it where we are okay with that particular thing. Then the code generation, then developer feedback, then refined code. When we say code generation, right? After that developer feedback, we need to give it. Like when it gives you the screen with this is what UI is, this is what the coding I have done. Then you can again type in the generative AI saying that I need a little more lighter version. Can the code be little descriptive? If you put it will give with comments like what is it has done in each and every line of code. Okay, so vibe coding, what are all the tools involved? So I know like most of you will be using ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, what we are saying, okay, I want to buy some good dress today. Okay, nearby, what is the best one? Earlier we used to Google what is the nearest store. Now we'll say, can you suggest me what is the best basketball store near me? If you put it, the ChatGPT will give you. Maybe it'll ask one more question. Is it in Bangalore? Which area you are there? Because it doesn't know. It knows we are working out of Bangalore. So we say like HSR, and then we give two more inputs. Then the conversation will be changed into code and it will be sending. So this is why we are saying this is conversational coding. And cursor is another one. It is like AI native code editor. So you check these all things like cursor, and the supervisor is again voice to code. You can just nowadays we are not playing in YouTube what you are doing. You are just clicking and saying, can you play Mangata, something like that. That song immediately it plays that song. So same voice to code is also there. And Replit Ghostwriter, it is in the in browser AI development, and lovable.so, builder.io, all these natural language UI builders are there. So there are a lot many, but these things are popular. So if you just ask ChatGPT which is the best AI coding one for making a website in 10 seconds, then it will give you suggestions. So only thing that in this session I want to make you know is what is vibe coding, how it can be done in our level. Like you want to create a website for yourself saying that, okay, I am Sivanesh, my hobbies are, my achievements are, my particular passions are. So I want to put a website, then I put it, it gives you. So how it is done, structure. So what it's like prompt guiding. How will you do intent, vibe, style, and output format? So intent it, what are you building? As I said, I want a static page which has all my content that is there. Vibe, how it feels. It has to tell about me, so that's it. And again, if you see, I don't know how many of you tried it. I usually like someone is asking, I'll put all my data. Still now, I have planted around 2,15,000 palm seeds. It's not on my own, but the step that I have done it and I have coordinated all these people. So I want to plant palm seeds. So I started doing like 30 seeds, and then today we have planted more than 2 lakh, because you do it and then you put it in Facebook and Instagram that I am planting seeds. On seeing that, they are asking whether you can come and plant in my college, and I go to the college with the NSS and NCC. That is my style. So it's like when you put it as a field, they invited 10,000 seeds we are planting, and we are planting 2,000 per day, and 5 days we are completing all that with the NSS and NCC within the campus. So how you be, what is your style of working, and output is that doesn't need any maintenance. Whenever the rain is there, the palm seeds come out and then they sprout out. They take 40 years to grow, which is for the next generation. So now someone should plan to go for the next generation, right? It is like someone has already done it. So we are having the fruits of it. So like that, in coming back to the vibe one, the intent is like what you want to build it, and the vibe is like how you feel it, and the style is like as I mentioned, or constraint, tech stack, design choice, and features. Like I want to create it, update it, and delete it. CRUD operations are needed or not, or it is going to be a dynamic one. All that things you do it in the constraint. Again, don't allow different users. If there is 100 user, 101 user don't need to see this particular content. All that. Conditions and constraint we can put it, how secure you want it. It should not be copied. Say for example, in banking you cannot take a screenshot. Even though we have in mobile, it will not allow you to take a screenshot because it is restricting that this particular thing cannot be taken as a screenshot. Okay, all good. Output format, what do you want to be returned? So again, I'm giving an example. It is going to be another 10 minutes, but I'll try to go a little bit. You can do this and try it. Whatever the tools I have said, you can directly type it in Google, the tools that comes in, and then you can type it and then you can see a live one. Since there is less time, I'm not going to do, but going to explain you like engineering wise. This is like for you alone, you want it as a page, create a landscape of page for meditation app. So you have an app, meditation app you want to, the vibe should be calm and minimal with a soft gradient background and slow animation. Use React plus Tailwind, return full component code. You understood, right? So this is what it is. Like I'm a yoga student and also a teacher. So which means I want a particular app and I want to give to everyone, share it, and they can download from Google Store. That needs lot of security and all that things. So you start thinking what you want to and what is the technology that you want to use it so that all can be done. Okay, nice. So let's move to the vibe coding. So now coming to the style. So here you can see visual and then motion, tone, style. So how to use these words? It's all about prompting it. So soft, dreamy, smooth, slow, fluid, playful, formal, retro, brutalist, all that. Minimum, maximum, what you have, gentle and sharp, springy, elastic, cozy, warm, dark, moody, quick, responsive, and again calming, bold, glassy, grainy. So all these words we are putting in because we are trying to tell the AI that we wanted. So the AI agents, which are there, LLMs, everything, they try to understand these words better way. So rather than we typing in our own grammar, if we use these words are very common there. It will give you in a easier way. Understood? Let's go to the why prompt coding. So refining prompt. So make it feel lighter or more playful. Use it if fonts with vintage vibe. Add hover effects that feels good. Convert this to Vue instead of React. So you are changing even the technology within and this one, like, can you simply simplify the layout? All these things are there. Now coming to the best practice. So prompt engineering is the new syntax. Okay. So what is the best practice when we say what is that we can do a better way to make it feel good? Okay. So in vibe coding, we have prompt engineering. That's what we are saying, which is like the syntax that we are typing and getting it. How structurally you are giving a content. And again, designed by mood, outcome, or story. Feels like a rainy Sunday. When you give it is like, okay, it feels like that and then gives it. Iteration is fluid, whatever we had, and code wetting. The human must be in the loop. So when you say code wetting, it is nothing but code reviewing. I don't know whether vetting is a common word that we use in IT. So what even we say visa vetting means whether it's a correct. So whenever your visa you are applying, because recently I went for a Europe trip and came, so they were doing a visa vetting and then giving a um, visas for you. So they check like you have a good bank balance. You will return back to India. You will not stay in outside of India, so that they give you the visas. Just kidding. So that's kind of vetting. So code vetting. What we do is, even though it is saying, I was saying initially also, the development is done and given to you in code for UI and it's like backend and front end is given. You have to review the code, even though it is giving you the result, right? You have to make sure that is all correct and it should not put any junk code inside. So that's why code vetting, the human should be there in between. Okay. So that's the thing. Debugging, so we have risk also in vibe coding. One is understanding. The generative AI doesn't understand anything, so it is up to you to uh, understand the code even if you didn't write it. So we are not writing the code, but we are trying to execute it and then get the output out of it. So that's very, if there is a small problem, you are copying this particular code and you have create a meditation app, we said, right? In that one issue is coming, someone is accessing, they are saying, I can't access this particular screen. For debugging, it is very hard for us. So debugging is a thing, when something breaks, right? So again, if you see security issue, it is like vulnerabilities can be there. As I told, there might be a prompt inside just asking something. So they will be prompting what is the salary of the CEO of this company. If they put it right and it is able to take it out, it's a problem. It's not a problem, it's not transparent, so but again it creates a problem. So like that, security issues should not happen, which is like AI has written, we don't know has it done the vulnerability. So that's why we are doing a code vetting and then putting it in the production. And again, ethical concern, who wants the generative code? This is a $1 billion question today in the market. Okay, so if you see anything, even you are buying a particular small battery for your two-wheeler or four-wheeler, they say that 3 years warranty, 3 years guarantee. But finally, they'll say there should be, for example, you take your tire, two-wheeler tire. They'll say we are guarantee for warranty for 3 years. Then we have some issues and go there. Hey, it has been warranty only, but it should not be punctured. Then when the particular tire is like not soft and tire has went on its own, then only we give warranty. It is not that tire will not get punctured, we didn't say. So many things they like that. Ethical concern is like they generate and give it. So easily in 2 minutes your code is ready. But whether the code is really reliable and whether it can be scaled up. So today we have 10 users. We all like in college we get it. Hey, I have done a project. You have given all demos and all. But when you want to scale it to a manufacturing level, like meditation, okay, today there is going to be 1 million downloads of my meditation. If I say whether we are able to do with that particular code is the question. And the ethical concern is who is the owner? If I say I am only owning this code, tomorrow if there is an issue, right, there is a problem. So what we will put it is ethical concern. I'll say the copyrights is with the generative AI. When I go into generative AI side, they will say this is only a demo version for 4.3. We are yet to be finalized. So if there is some vulnerability, we are not responsible. They'll put it. That simple as that. So when you go, there is a we think that Gen AI is all good and go, but they have a disclaimer saying that even they have things because it takes from many places. Okay, it's not that it is doing on its own. It is already someone has coded 10 people it will select. One of the thing will be like optimized one. That code it takes and gives you. So that's a thing like today the biggest see when everyone says right for your career to go like many people are being fired, there is no jobs, AI will take the jobs. But definitely I would say AI, if you say okay, for coming to the career, right, like the risk that we are talking here. First, when we had bank, right, in Virudhunagar, there will be like three banks. Today, there are like 30 banks. And they said ATM is coming, everyone will be sent to home. The ATM will, automatic teller machine will take care of everything. But actually, if you see that ATM has created 30 plus jobs. So ATM machine should be there. For that, they have to. There will be a box kept on that with money which we have, and that will be locked by a locking system. That locking system, again, there is a AC that is done. The room that is whichever it has kept it, and that ATM should not be taken. For that, a watchman needs to be there. So all this has created 30 plus jobs only. It has not reduced anything. It has modified things. Same thing, AI, it is going to be tomorrow. There is they say GRC, it's like governs. Okay. Tomorrow it is going to be a biggest one in Malaysia and Singapore. They started already in India also. How is this IT governance is going to be there? Say, for example, in GPay, you are sending one money to another person that is being taken from someone. Who is going to be responsible? Is it GPay or is it your bank or is it a someone? So they get a now you understand the thing, right? Who is responsible for your money? Is it the bank? Bank will say, no, I have sent it, it went to GPay. And GPay will send again only it has sent to bank. I am not responsible. But finally, when we figure it out, right, we need to know where it stands. So that kind of ethical concern is there. No one is owning. If you ask them, they'll say, so that ownership needs to be done. So governance, we say, okay, first 2 days, if the bank has sent it and it has not come, GPay is responsible. Next 2 days, GPay didn't respond and it couldn't find, then it goes to the final banking. So this is how this govern has to be there, which we need to structure it out. So that is called ethical. I'm just deviating from the topic, I know, but it's all about how you think about vibe coding. Now we'll enter into vibe coding risks. I have already told whatever we have done it. If you see this particular one, right? I'll give a pass. So vibe coding risks, if you see contradiction, repetition, ambiguity, stereotype, hallucination, bias, overgeneralization, toxicity. So all these things are crash bots. When you say, I could tell you like today, everyone knows about bot, right? What is bot? It is like automatically, like it's a AI one. It's a program that is runs on its own in Gen AI only for a particular stuff. So today I'm in my office, right? I go for a coffee machine. Earlier, if coffee machine is empty, we need to call the nearby caterer and say, coffee machine, can you put coffee seeds or can you fill water or milk? But today, if it is 20%, that will send a SMS to the particular caterer. So I have no issues like whenever there is a malfunction in the system of coffee machine, I can't get a coffee. Otherwise, whenever I click a coffee one, if it is less than 20%, the bot will say this machine is not hot, this is less hot, this has less milk, less coffee, less tea. All that things will be sent to the particular message saying, and he can come and fill it before it is 20% to 10% or zero. Okay, so that is what bot is, but that gets crashed sometimes because of these many things. Like it thinks that 20% less, but it is not able to. All these things are there. So I don't want to deep dive in. Let's move into the next one. So what is the benefit out of it? The accessibility lowers the barriers to entry for software development, enabling non-programs to create applications. So you are not a programmer, you can create an app, you can install it, and you can use it for yourself. Then the efficiency, accelerate the developer process by automating routine coding tasks. So it actually efficiency is more. Creativity allows developer to focus on high level design and functionality. So this is the same thing that we are going to think for you guys. When you are out of the college, right? We will not ask you earlier, we will be testing your coding skills, testing skills, all the different skills. Now what we are going to see about AI agent will do the development and testing and it will give you. But we want the creativity where to. For example, today we have lot of softwares that suggest the you are taking earlier there used to be a doctor, he will see your hand and see the pulse and say, okay, today fever he has, if you give this particular medicine it will be solved, that's it. For entire thing he'll have like three different medicines only, there will not be many medicines. But today you take 10 scans, after that also we cannot diagnose what is the issue. The reason is there are lot of diseases plus there are lot of symptoms. So now what we are doing with the AI is we are bringing all that. Okay, if you feel vomiting sensation, there could be these three diseases. So they list that three diseases. Out of this, the doctor is the person who has to review really the patient is having this nostalgia and then this one is the problem or not. So we need that creativity where to stop. It can only suggest three things and it stops. It doesn't diagnose, but it gives support to the diagnosis. So instead of he thinking, okay, vomiting, I think we have this disease, right? Rather than that, it brings in. It's like our Google map. I know from here to Chennai, like Anna Nagar, where I want to go. But again, I make sure I'm reaching the exact building. So I put a Google map because the routes are one way, the routes are different way. So I want to reach it in the right way. Okay. So yeah, coming back to this, we'll finish the vibe coding and I have the vibe code engineering, which is for our organization. That also I'll run it quickly. So vibe coding is not the end of programming. It's a beginning of a new kind of creative human slash AI collaboration. That's the summary. So it's like, it's not new. We used to do copy and paste and take it from Google and write it. But now it is saying you don't need to copy and paste only the code. I'll even generate the code, execute it, and then give it to you. Okay, all good. What is vibe engineering? Let me give a pause for a minute. Just summary, we have done this vibe coding. Just think what we have done about vibe, and any doubts, just note it down in your paper. So I'll finish it and then we can. Okay, all good. So cup should be half filled. The next half will be vibe engineering. It'll be easy. It's not rocket science. So what is vibe engineering? So vibe engineering is a strategic approach to software development that treats AI not merely as a tool, but as a collaborative team member. So earlier, they'll not allow you to copy from system anything, right? Now internet, it is like AI is inevitable. So you put it co-pilot so that it is whatever code you are sharing or you are taking is within the organization, within that particular limit. So co-pilot we are getting, so it will say this user I'm restricting, whatever the user gives input, that will be there. But whatever some more, if I say I want a coding for React JS and it gives a coding, I say can you modify this and then give the final, that final code is coming, right? It will not share that final coding with someone else in the some other company. So that tuned code will be restricted. This is the what to say, this is the one thing that is asked to co-pilot for other teams. Like my company is developing something and that code is there, that code should not be used by someone else in a tuned way. That will be a general one, but it should not be the same code. So let me come to that, back to that, because we have some more slides. So it involves reimagining how software teams operate. So going forward, there will be is a team now today has like three developers, two testers, one security engineer who takes care of everything. Going forward, it will be three engineers and two AI agents who are going to work. So when you are coming out of college, right, there will be definitely you have to use one agent. Today, agent is nothing but it will not be like standing across. Now GitHub Copilot is one agent which is actually used by everyone in every company. So whatever I want, earlier my annual appraisal, right? I used to type in like I have worked for 10 days without breaks, and I had developed these many things. I have done these many releases. Client appreciated it. All that we used to write in like 500 words or something. Now I put it the same thing in the Copilot and it gives me a nice strategic. I have been efficiently coding and I have been strategically moving things. I have taken ownership. All these words will be taken from the Copilot and it is easy for me to. It is even, I will say, like AI is helping us in a different thing. Otherwise, we used to put it AI like Google. I want to do my final review and then see it like what is there. Aishupal. So this is thing Shashika. So sorry for that. Vibe coding, this vibe engineering. So hope everyone understood. Vibe coding is for individual productivity. Vibe engineering is for organizational transformation. And AI roles, as I mentioned, is it is an assistant generating code snippet for you. But if it is you are coming to the vibe engineering, right? It is a collaborative team member with the responsibilities. So as I told, it's like a AI agent. And workflow wise, prompt based code structure you are going. Here, structured workflows integrating AI. And again, there is like quality assurance. When you come here, we will do manual testing and refinement. Here, it will be like automated verification and feedback loop. That feedback loop is very, very important wherein human touch is involved. And knowledge management, ad hoc context handling. Here, vibe engineering, it is like persistent memory system for context retention. So I'll share this slide. I know you guys are very good at it. You'll ask ChatGPT and it make you the better slide than this. But again, you can have this as a reference. Okay. So core principles, what is that we have? A as a first class team member. As I mentioned, AI agents are assigned defined responsibilities and capabilities, collaborating alongside with human developers. It is going to be the AI agent. Verification driven development, implementation, systematic testing, and automation feedback to ensure quality and reliability. Structured workflows are there. So I'm just reading because I have already given you what is the crux of it. How a AI agent is being treated as a team member, like two team members we have and three AI agents we have, they work together as a collaborative one. So designing structures and architectural patterns that leverage AI strength while mitigating its limitation. Mainly, we have to say the limitation. So say in college, what they say, you have to have out of 4 days is a mandatory attendance. If you are not having 4 days mandatory attendance, you will be not able to write the exam. So that you know the limitation. Okay, I cannot go more than 4 days. I mean, more than one day. If I take a leave, I'll be not able to attend the my exams or something like that. Rentless knowledge capture, like maintaining the context across AI interaction through persistent memory system to preserve the organization knowledge. This is the one I said in MS Teams when we have Copilot. When I put my things and get my results, that should be within my organization. It should not be shared across the other organization. So that's called like knowledge capture. And human strategic direction, focusing human expertise on architectural decision and critical thinking, guiding AI contribution effectively. Okay, that's the main core principles we have. Again, here also we are using, but not the first one. Like we are using their uh, chat GPT. Here the chat GPT will not come because it's a main thing like cursor, replit, ghostwriter. This is Codium AI and GitHub Copilot, as I said, test generation, Windsurf is there, GitHub Copilot Enterprise is there, comma lovable. So that two things, organization wise, AI collaboration, they say GitHub is a must. Yeah, all good. So let's move to the developer workflow. There we saw about vibe coding. This is engineering wise how we do. So engineering wise, team start with the product spec. So we have like, okay, what is our specification? We need to create, update, and delete a particular record. So then AI agents draft boilerplate, comma, write test one, and also the APIs. Human edits high level logic if there is something. Verification pipeline catches the regression. So whether all the test cases positive and negative. So say for example, ATM we want 500 rupees only, it will come. If you put 202, it should throw a error. All this verification and regression we need to do. Then persistent memory tracking system decision, like how we are doing it persistently. Let's move. I think almost time up. So organization implication, how team roles change. Less boilerplate, more design or strategy. So when we say boilerplate is like coding and styling and all that things. Challenges like trust, code quality, AI oversight, onboarding. And again, what's emerging? A argument organization charts, agent-driven sprints. Okay. So all these things are there. And finally, thank you. So we have done vibe code and vibe uh, engineering. So I have given my crux of it. It's just a beginning for you. It's not the end of it or it's not complete of it. So if you see the timing, it's 1 hour exactly, but introduction, everything. So if we have like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. You want to put it in chat or you want to take it offline, whichever. Maybe Vendan sir.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. So
And
thanks.
expect feedback also. Like it can be when we say feedback, positive, I'm very happy. Positive comments, I'm happy. If there is some improvement comments, I'll be very happy, very, very happy. So just whether it is like within 1 hour, the coverage is good, you understood, or you think like you have to be I know it is like practical things I have given you, but hands on I didn't do it because within a 1 hour making you understand, but I have given the practical things whatever is there, but not in a demo. So just give some feedbacks. It's like what you feel, so that in next sessions I can improve myself. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your presentation on this vibe coding and vibe engineering in AI. Really, based on your experience, you shared your thoughts on how to apply this vibe coding and vibe engineering with real-time examples. So this is really a very good session for our students. So they will get benefit.
Definitely.
So that is the main agenda of organizing this kind of lecture series. So we will close this session, sir. I will give the vote of
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah,
And
anything you can just contact your Vendan sir and he can ask me and I can give you pass on the results. Okay. Thank you so
again,
much for your,
yes,
yeah.
yes, it is a live YouTube session, so this video is available on YouTube at any time, so they can go through and they can need any doubts or any clarification. They will contact me or you, and they will get clarified.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Vendan sir. Bye for now.
Like a special thanks to our college management for giving us this opportunity to conduct this live streaming and vibe coding and vibe engineering in AI, and to our HOD, Dr. Uday Sangar sir, and to our department faculty members, and all the students and participated faculty members. And finally, good thanks to Sivanesh Kumar sir, because you spared your time, even though today is a Sunday, but you initially agreed for this lecture talk. A very special thanks to you. In future, we will keep in touch so that it is going to be benefit for our students.
Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Yes, thanks a
Have a
lot, sir.
wonderful day ahead and all the best for every student.
Okay, thank you, sir.